people that we'll look at people and they remind us of other people. There's songs that remind us of events, there's smells that remind us of holidays. So these are all anchors. We are anchored into that experience. So in much the same way, we've also got negative anchors. So you will think about seeing somebody and you straight away feel uncomfortable. That's an anchor because that's like coupled in. Or something will happen, it will straight away make you feel sad. Something will happen, it will make you feel scared. So anchors are all over the place. So what I'd like to show you now is how we can actually collapse an anchor. So how do we collapse an association that we've got using anchoring? So who would like to help me? Who would like to come out here and have a great experience collapsing something that they don't want anymore? So again, think about a situation. Let me just give you a bit of guidance on what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the most traumatic event in your life. Okay?
Doesn't matter
So that kind of thing. So it's not to totally annihilate it. It's to give you and give the unconscious a choice of something else. And one of the things that I will be asking, well I am asking for, is what would you rather feel? So say for instance you have a negative feeling about something, what would you rather feel? Because I'm going to be building some of those anchors on you. So who would like to come and have a great experience? Thank you.
Shall we see if we can get this man out? I'm going to deal with this man.
The song of
Professionally.
Yeah.
No, not that one.
Okay, so I don't need to know about what it is, but there's a situation that you would rather feel differently about.
Yes.
So you know what you feel about it right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do, can I touch on your knee?
Yeah.
So I'm going to build the anchor on the one knee, and then I'm going to build something different here.
Right.
What would you rather feel?
Indifferent.
Indifferent. Okay,
It's professional.
that's fine.
Right.
So you're able to deal with them and feel totally indifferent
Yeah.
about it. Okay, so we're going to do the first one, the negative one. We're always going to build a negative first. So I want you to think about the feeling that you get when you have to deal with this person. And what I want you to think about is, where do you get this feeling? And you don't have to tell me, it's for you to access, okay? So think about, where do you get this feeling, yeah? Okay, so I'm going to test and see how strong this anchor is. All I've done is I've asked her to access the kinesthetic, the auditory, and the visual, only so that she can be more in touch with the situation, and I've anchored every time. So I let go and I anchor, I let go and I anchor. And by anchoring, it's just putting slight pressure on a spot. So obviously something appropriate. I've asked permission if I can use her knees, but you could also use shoulders, or you can use hands, whatever's more appropriate. So if I touched you over here, is there anything there? No. What about here? What about here? It's there, huh? It's good?
Mm.
Is it nice and strong, or is it vague? If I touch you there, you get all that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just test again. Nothing? Yeah. Do you want to amplify that for yourself? So we really want it to be nice and strong, so it's there. We know that it's, yeah? Good. Okay, whew, shake it out. Shake, rattle and roll, as they say. So you would like to feel indifferent. And what else? Indifferent
And professional.
and professional.
To be able to deal with this person like I do everybody else.
Okay. Now, I know that you have felt indifferent in your life many, many times for various things, yeah? Can you just pick one right now? Yeah? Okay. So you've got that one. I want you to think about, when was this event? You don't need to tell me. I just want you to think about that event. There's a time. It was like 2 months ago, a year ago. And think about what was about. Yeah? Okay. So let's test that one. Nothing. Is it? Okay. Now, I know that it hasn't been just once in your life and just one incident that you've felt indifferent. There'd be more. So give me another one. A totally different event, but also indifference. Yeah? Okay, think about that one. And again, think about it when it happened. Okay, so let's do a little bit of testing. Anything happening there? Yeah. Anything happening here? Yeah. So you get that professional. Did you? I know you can't all see her face, but she went from into, you know. So for a split second, I had a little bit of both. Okay, let's test that again. See. What about this one? I went to the other one, yeah? Okay, so they're both well established. So if they're not as strong, then all you do is you build them up, and you build them up through the representational systems. Are we clear so far? Okay, so what we're going to do now is what we call the waltz, as far as I'm concerned. It's my wording. That we're going to fire off both at the same time. The very first time she'll experience something quite unusual inside. It will be almost like she, you know, and if you don't watch too carefully, you'll miss it. So watch out for when the person does that. But it's very slight, and the more we do it, the more subtle it becomes. So we'll fire off the negative and the positive together. Take the negative off. Take the positive off. So it's like da 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 da. So you know the waltz? Get singing. It's not a mamba or whatever's going on next door. Okay. Now I might do it for 5 times. I might do it 20 times. It doesn't matter how many times I do the sequence, as long as she gets the change. But what will happen is that the brain is very, very clever. It will start to cancel the one and transfer. So it will take this feeling onto that one, because I'm going to keep talking about this, but firing off that one. Does it make sense? You ready? Just test the 2 anchors again, because we've had a bit of a break. Yeah? Yeah. Funny word. So you can press somebody's buttons. Okay. Just want to make sure. It's weird, isn't it? Because what's happening is your unconscious is going this or that, this or that, this one or that one. Now, what I know is that your unconscious is extremely clever, and it's able to very, very quickly let go of things that it doesn't want to, and start to allow the unconscious to learn new things, so that it's able to create transfers of feelings and new changes. So sometimes something that we used to feel a certain way, we can let that go and start feeling differently about it. Because it doesn't matter how fast or how slow this is going to happen. What matters is that we know it's going to happen. So in a shorter space time, your unconscious now is going to be able to start to feel differently about this. It might even feel a little bit confusing for you, but that's okay, because that means your unconscious is learning new ways. And you'll start to feel differently about the situation in a way that it's better to feel slightly different and professional and to get on with work than to feel the frustration that you had before. So it's easy to just let go of things that don't work and keep doing the things that do, because it's more important that you stay professional, even if it is that you have to be slightly different.
Don't care.
So I'm going to now just test a little bit and see what if that anchor still works.
I can't feel that now. I can't. He's gone.
You were supposed to do that after I press.
Sorry. He's gone.
Yeah, and that's what happens. This anchor becomes null and void. That is like, why? It's almost, there's a part of the brain that goes, why are you still pressing that? Because this is the only thing that now works. And when you think about that situation and that person, it's just got to do what you got to do, huh?
That was weird. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Did you enjoy that?
Yes, I did.
How was that first experience? Just to let them know, just that very, very first one.
That made me so angry inside, and that was really weird to go from anger to professional, and then but when you press this one, first of all, the first thing is and then it's So would that be stacking?
Yeah, because the brain's going, am I not supposed to feel this? I've always felt this. I always feel this.
Because I said professional after the indifference, and that's exactly how I felt it.
Yeah. And also remember, I sort of said you can act professional with being slightly indifferent.
Yes.
So I gave you that suggestion as
yes.
well. Who noticed that I would say things like, if I'm
sure.
that it's easy to let go of things that you don't want to let go and do things differently, isn't it? For as you let go, you start to feel different. And I'm still.
Any suggestions then?
Of course there are.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and any magic that happens within a 3-mile parameter, claim it. You understand what I'm saying? Any magical thing, it's yours. It's because you did it. No, but this was very intentional, what I did here. I spoke on, as I'm firing off, I know what I'm doing, so I'm firing off both, and I'm saying it's easy to let go. I'm reinforcing that it's easy to make changes while I'm here, And who noticed at one stage I was only pressing that one and I was giving a suggestions that your unconscious now can learn quickly different ways of doing things because you've done that already so many times, and I'm reinforcing that. So the conscious mind doesn't need to understand it. It's the unconscious that makes the shift. And it's weird and it's magical and it's like, but it just is, isn't it? Well, there you go. Thank you. You're welcome.